I think we played as hard as we could, and that's what we're supposed to do. So.
Talk about your night overall. It looked like you were having a lot of success at the net tonight. You were able to find some holes there. What was working for you offensively?
I think our passes were really on, so Chloe could really get the ball where she needed to, and that really helps put the ball down.
Well, what's it like with this team? You've got so many options to hit, so many options to terminate a point. It's got to make Chloe's job a little easy too. She can just kind of send it out to anybody.
I think it's really awesome because, like, if one hitter's having an off night, we've got a whole bench full that can come in and do what we need. So.
You guys move into a regional final. What's it going to take next week to get back to state?
We just got to play our hearts out.
Lexi, for you tonight, what was working for you offensively? It looked like you were able to find some holes in their defense tonight.
I mean, I think the connections between the hitter and the setters have always been there, and the passes were on, the sets were on. It seemed like it was all on for us tonight.
It seemed like the serving tonight for you guys was also on. Not a lot of errors on the serve side, and you put the pressure on them. How'd you feel that the team served overall tonight?
I feel like we served pretty aggressive. That's something we always work on in practice, is serving the spots, make sure we're hitting those spots. I think we did that tonight.
You guys move into a regional final next week. What are some things you want to work on here over this next week to get ready for that regional final?
I feel like definitely like 10-foot line stuff, tips. I mean, I feel like that's always a problem for every team, is just like kind of getting thrown off guard. So I think once we fix that up, we'll be good to go.
I think they played well. I do. It's sometimes hard to adjust to some of the stuff, the stuff that just kind of trickles along the tape, and there's not a lot you can do. I mean, had some miscommunications in serve receive a few times, but overall, I like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing us working towards a lot of the stuff. I mean, at this point in the year, you pull out some different things, some things that teams may not be used to, and I really like the progress towards those goals that I'm seeing. So,
what about your thoughts on how your team served tonight? I thought you were fairly aggressive. You kept Clarinda on their toes in serve receive.
Well, that's one of our goals always. I mean, in the last couple of years, it has been. But we would rather serve hard and aggressive. We do a lot of serving drills in practice every day that they're serving for time, they're serving aggressive at boxes. So they're comfortable doing that. So it's good to see them do that, take some risks. And, when they're missing a couple of those misses that were just wide by a little bit, I mean, you clap for them there because they're missing aggressive. So it's better than a bomb in the net or, something that allows the other team to get into system and.
What about Liz Carbaugh's night tonight? I thought she did a really good job at the net. She had a couple different times she went, misdirection and faked everybody out in the gym.
And we've been working on that. And a lot of that was Tori Carrick in the back row calling her and telling her where those openings are. Good teams, when a good team scouts you and they're going to look at where your big hitters are, they're going to backload the court on you. And, our favorite thing to do is to make those finesse shots, try to pull teams out of where they're comfortable playing. And I mean, she just had a dominant night tonight. Very efficient from the front row, and just, especially on the block, anytime that we're that big of a blocking presence, like we're going to get some points. So
your overall presence at the net tonight, there were a couple times that they had overpasses that you guys were able to put those away. How big is that to have good play at the net?
It's huge. I mean, like as a middle, and even our outsides got in on that. Just being smart at the net, knowing enough to. I mean, they don't relax when the ball's on the other side of the net. I never have to harp on them to stay loaded and stay ready. And I mean, Cam had one. Liz and Lennon, just their net play is fantastic, and it's just good to see.
Moving into a regional final next week, Knoxville got the win tonight, so you play Knoxville. Do you know anything about them at this point, or what's that process been like?
Yeah, we know a lot about them actually. We've been out scouting the last couple weekends, but we're no stranger to this situation, and we know, number one, we can have the best scouting report, but we got to do us. We got to play the way that Red Oak Volleyball plays. We have to control what we can control, and I mean, we've seen dominant performances this year out of our girls. They believe they weren't expected to be in this position, so even though we'll be the higher seed going in, we're going to play like we've got nothing to lose, because I mean, we're thankful to be here, and these kids are primed and they're ready to go. So.